business meeting of the North Kingstown School Committee. If I could ask everyone to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, if you could please call the roll.
Mr. Blasbach?
Here.
Mrs. Hildebrand? Here. Mrs. Hoskins?
Here.
Mr. Bob Jones? Mr. Tony Jones?
Here.
Mrs. Schott?
Here.
And student representatives.
And if you could call the calendar.
Tuesday, February 5th, 2019, there'll be a school committee business meeting. And Tuesday, February 19th, 2019, there's a school committee business meeting.
Thank you. So for presentations and recognitions.
Okay, so we have two recognitions. The first is the following students were in the 2019 Scholastic Art and Writing Awards presented by the Rhode Island Art Association. Alexis Romano, Mackenzie D'Souza, Riley Scott, Max Rome, Ethan Archibald, and Madison Messenger. And then we had robotics teams. There were three North teams, two from the high school and Wickford Middle School that competed in their qualification tournament. And all three teams qualified and they took home several distinguished awards. And in all five teams from North Robotics will compete in the field of 32 at the state championship at New England Tech Automotive in Warwick, and that's happening. They have interviews and inspection on February 8th, and then it's open to the public for the game, play, and awards on February 9th.
Congratulations.
Just the fact that we have 5 robotics it is huge.
In fact, we have 5 teams at all, and then
Yeah.
they all get through.
Right. I mean, it's a very successful program at NK. Couldn't be happier with the people like Rick Powell who are running these programs. They do great work.
So next we have citizens' comments. I don't see anyone running to the podium, so thank you. So routine items, if I could have a motion to seal the executive session minutes of January 29, 2019.
So moved.
A motion, Ms. Hoskins, second Ms. Hildebrand. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Those minutes are sealed, and I can disclose that no votes were taken in the executive session this evening. Consent agenda. Any exemptions to the consent agenda? Anyone at the last meeting?
Yeah, I'm just going to abstain from the meeting minutes from the 15th.
So we'll
So B2.
exempt B2, both the executive session 2, right?
Yeah,
B1 and 2.
B1 and
Okay.
2.
So B1 and 2. Let me just double check here. Okay, any others? Then I would ask for a motion to approve the non-exempted consent agenda items. A motion, Ms. Hoskins, second Ms. Hildebrand. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. So next we'll take, I think we can take them together, but I'll make a motion to approve items B1 and B2. I made the motion, so I need a second. Second, Ms. Hoskins. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Aye.
So an abstention for Mr. Jones. For the consent agenda, next is item E, which is the 2019-20 school committee meeting schedule. I had to talk to the administration and make one change to this with respect to the October meetings, just because they conflicted with a holiday. So this is slightly different than what was in your packets.
Okay.
So it's the October 15th and 29th meetings that moved. I don't know if that creates any problems for anyone. We can tweak it again or table it at a meeting if it does, or if you need more time to look at that one change.
So the 15th and the 29th
Are
are the
Instead of
different.
the 8th and the 22nd.
Okay, those are the ones that were.
Yes,
Yep.
they're still Tuesdays, they're just different Tuesdays. Any issues that anyone has with those dates? Okay, so if there's no objection, I'd ask for a motion to approve item E.
So moved.
I have a motion, Ms. Hoskins.
Second.
Second, Ms. Hildebrand. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. That passes any opposed? Passes unanimously. Next is item F. Dr. Shea, if you want to speak to
Sure.
that briefly?
So you may remember that last year we entered kind of an agreement with Jamestown, Narragansett, and Chariton. I can't remember if there's one more group that signed on to this, but to kind of share a common calendar. So some of the details on that calendar is that we agree, and this is something we have done for some time now, to begin school after Labor Day. The Friday and the Monday, there will be a Friday and Monday off for everyone, the long weekend in February, instead of a February break week. At one point, we were doing a professional day on one of those days, but now we don't even do a professional day. That's just a clean, we have a 3-day holiday, we turn it into a 4-day weekend. And the April break is, this year would be from April 20th through the 24th, and that is consistent with other Rhode Island districts. That's a tradition that goes back to the legislature asking the schools to do this so it's consistent with President's Day in Massachusetts for some reason, and it just kind of stayed that way. Patriots Day, yes. So the only thing that's added this year is that we are including, and this is consistent also with Jamestown and Narragansett and Charahoe, the day before Thanksgiving as a day off. We've had a number of requests from parents on that. We also noticed that attendance seems to dwindle the closer you get to Thanksgiving. People trying to get out early for vacation plans and seeing family and that sort of thing. So we figure it's a good day to do that. And this doesn't make the school year any less. The day is tacked on at the end of the year. Because we limited the February break, we still have room to do things like that. So we're going to be fine. We have, the last day of school as June 15th right now, and that's really kind of where we want it. We don't want to get too much into the last week of June. And that was happening to us a few years, about 7 or 8 years ago. We had some hurricanes and things like that, and it really pushed us back really close to July, and that we felt was too late. So that's the recommendation.
Attendance on that Wednesday, number-wise, before Thanksgiving, like 50% show up?
I don't know about 50%, but it was, the word I was getting from the principals is significantly more than your average day
Sure.
around that time. Yeah.
Can be an issue with staff as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the staff would appreciate the chance to, get onto their fly out for, the week, so.
So I'd like to get a motion to approve item F.
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Tony Jones and a second from Ms. Hoskins. And just a point, this affects you folks in Jamestown as well. This puts us a little more in line with you, is that right?
Well, the Wednesday, we never had that before, but I
Okay.
had spoken to when I had first heard that you had floated this
Yeah.
idea, I had mentioned it
So
to
now
Ken.
Major-
Ken Duva and I have talked about this.
Since then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's proposing, have you voted
We
yet?
haven't,
or-
we
Yeah.
haven't seen a calendar yet. but
Okay, so
If
he's
it's not
planning
on-
on proposing the same
Great,
thing,
I
from
think
what I
that's
understand,
a-
yeah.
Right, good. I
The
mean,
consistency
everything
is-
we do impacts you as well, so I
Yeah,
just want to make
no,
sure that
the
we're all
dates
on the
being
same.
consistent is very helpful, because I know there are times when we'll have parents of high schoolers
Out of
and
whack.
law, and they're like, well, wait a minute.
We don't have a full state, I wish that the
Yeah.
Department of Ed would just take this over and just do it for us.
Yeah, it would be nice.
But we do have an agreement, at least with Jamestown and Narragansett.
Yep.
Jamestown, you have kids that go
Yep.
to both high schools, so it's
Exactly.
important to do it that way. So
Yeah.
we felt the need,
Yeah,
the
I
three of
think-
us should talk.
and
And
that's-
Charahoe is right there with us too. We send a lot of our kids to their career tech,
Okay.
so that helps.
Okay, so we had a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. For unfinished business, anything in the 2018-19 school budget? 2019-20 school budget? CIP, existing bond or future bond?
Nope.
There's a disposal notification in your packet if there are any questions. Other than that, we've reached the end of the agenda. I feel bad for you folks who come out here just for this and we're out for 10 minutes, but sometimes it's easy. All those in favor of the motion to adjourn? Motion to second. Second. All those in favor? Aye. You're
Just
adjourned.
one word, next week's meeting at North Kingstown High School auditorium.
Okay.
Just for
And your
everyone's,
change.
and there will be an announcement about that via email from me to all parents and staff at North Kingstown, so.
Okay, thank you.
I get to cut my commute by 5 seconds.
There you go. Good luck.
Yes, please.